Yeah, in case we haven't done enough to like cloud all these issues and combine all of these ideas, there are a number of tests and things that separate people out based on their ability to be hypnotized or their ability to experience hypnotic states and phenomena.
Christy, I love
Uh,
that like every other episode you just throw hypnosis out there.
He's
For
right,
like
like,
two
I really
I'm
do.
in
seconds, and then
hypnosis, just so you know.
A little bit, but only because it was understanding those experiences that really helped me, I guess, get radicalized to walk away from religion and to want to kind of come back and face it down a little bit. And I think that learning that I myself was highly hypnotizable, that I have those traits, helped me to kind of tap into my own perceptions a little bit and recognize some of the ways that I can be fooled and tricked. And I want to perhaps draw a parallel here to being highly sensitive, that understanding this about yourself may help you to, reconstruct your world a little bit so that you fit into it a little bit more comfortably, but
Yeah.
also to recognize some of the ways that you may be taking advantage of or some of the things that you might be picking up that other people aren't, and how that can impact your perceptions, your relationships, your ability to sense things that you then might attribute to the Holy Spirit or whatever else.
In that case, it sounds like doing what Courtney is talking about, and maybe like being slower to make those decisions, and like really thinking about, okay, what happened in the past? How did I react? How did this make me feel? Is very important.
Yeah, and I mean, we could get taken advantage of, but most of the time we don't. We fucking know what's going on, and from my experience, I broke away from the church long time ago. Long time ago. I think it was like 6th grade. I was like, Mom, I'm an atheist. She's like, okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Great. Wonderful. I was raised Southern Baptist, Oh. And yeah. And that was an experience. And I had a lot of difficulty just even coming into this spirituality, but it was something that I felt a calling to. I don't know why exactly. It's that, that connection, that safety, it made my nervous system feel a little bit calmer. And what I mean by spirituality is not religion, but it is getting in tune with yourself, with the energy, and meditation, yoga, these very ancient practices that have scientifically proven to calm the nervous system down. And I think that's really important. I hopped in a little bit after the beginning of the discussion. I don't know what I missed, but hopefully I answered.
No, yeah, that was it was spot on. We were talking about how we assume that everyone sees the world in the same way, and that's not accurate at all. And we need to make sure that we are educating ourselves about not only how other people see the world, but how we do, in order to make the best decisions for us. And I agree 100%. I practice witchcraft, right? And for me, that doesn't mean anything spiritual in the sense of the supernatural or anything outside of what can be proven to work well for my particular brain and body. So, I know what smells relax me. I know what if I meditate or I chant, like that's just going to calm my heart rate a little bit. So it is just using tools to, manipulate your body into doing what it needs to do that day.
Yeah, right. In a safe, loving way to where we just feel protected. And I'm a witch as well. I think I forgot to include that earlier, but yeah, that's some of the spiritual practices that I do too. It is different. And there's a whole community of us. There's a lot of witches that are HSPs as well.
Well, we definitely have mentioned Elaine Ahrens, the highly sensitive person. I've also got a number of studies for people who are still scratching their heads or feeling skeptical to take a look at these concepts and how we've measured them and how we've come to understand them. But I'm curious what other resources you might point people towards, or what might be useful for somebody who thinks, hey, I think this might be me.
So contact a therapist, maybe one that's highly sensitive. This is a population now, and so these people exist. It might be a good idea to just connect and see if, that experience resonates with you. Research, do lots of research, educate yourself. She has other books as well. The Highly Sensitive Person in Love, The Highly Sensitive Child, for those of you that have kiddos that, you can usually tell someone's highly sensitive as an infant. That's when you're supposed to get that information. We colic a lot, we cry a lot, hard to ground and calm down. There's that overactive, nervous system. So just be paying attention, be learning, and be open-minded. That's the best thing that I could say.
Mm-hmm. Well, you pointed, of course, to finding a therapist. Your website, of course, is discoveringyour.life. Where else could people find more about you, or maybe even, enjoy your services?
Yeah, so that is my website. You can create a contact submission form if you're interested in a session or consultation. And then you can also find me on Instagram, Discovering Your Life Therapy, and luminarycounseling.com as well.
All right. Well, great. I want to make sure to take a moment and thank our incredible crew for helping us put all of this together. Our multiple cat crew cam tonight.